Stratton today. Give yourselves a round of applause. Today, I want to share a message with all of you. As you know, we are here to talk about business, the reading aspects of business, the writing aspects, the communication, and the leadership. And today, we have to realize that there are several steps, several things we have to do in order to achieve our goals, in order to successfully work in the field we want to work in, to successfully be our own owners, our own bosses, entrepreneurs. So there are several steps that you have to take when it comes to being a successful businessman or businesswoman. You have to be able to read and write. And it sounds simple, right?
Right.
But when you actually think and you actually use what you know and take that reading and take that writing and put in research and put in the different eras and see what you're actually talking about. For instance, when I do Dr. King, when I do Frederick Douglass, and I read over those speeches over and over and over again to memorize those words in my head so that they can just flow out. When I read it, it's not just about memorizing it. It's not just about reading it and saying it with no purpose, no meaning. You have to know the backstory to what you're reading. You have to realize the struggle. You have to understand what they were going through at that time to be able to truly emphasize in your works, to be able to emphasize in your mind, and to be able to emphasize to other crowds what you're really talking about. And I'm just gonna move out here a little bit so some of you can see me because I'm a little short. But you have to be able to emphasize to yourself, to other people, what you're talking about versus just, oh, I'm just gonna memorize this. They'll probably understand. You can't assume that they're gonna understand, but if you exert the passion in your reading, if you take the steps and you take the necessary action to be able to take time out of your day to research what you're writing about, to research what you're talking about, you will not only become a better writer, a better speaker, a better leader, but you will also gain knowledge. You'll gain history. You will be able to use that knowledge for future reference.
That's right.
You will be able to always have that knowledge in the back of your mind. So if someone says, what's Dr. King, what was that speech? Hey, I know. You can just knock it off the top of your head. Use it for future reference, for future speeches. Use it for future reference in your future works. So it comes in handy not just at that present time, but in a time you may need it again. When it also comes to the writing aspects of business, especially creative writing, when you're writing something, and like for instance in school, since I'm in the International Baccalaureate program, there are plenty of situations where we have to write different reports and read different books and write essays on them. And when I write my essays, what I do is, first you have to have an outline, a rough draft. That's a given. Because if you don't have a copy, if you don't have what you're going to base your writing off of before you actually write your final draft, if you don't know what you're going to say, if you're writing a final written